Hi! Welcome back to my video. And tonight, I am actually doing a live reading. Okay. Hi. Today I'm doing a live reading, and I'm not sure am I going to do it in English or Bahasa or Spanish, but just like you know, I keep on mixing three of those languages at the same time. And what kind of event that I'm doing now? I don't know. I just feel like I am called to do a reading tonight. Not because of like full moon in something or like new moon in Scorpio or whatever. I am not really good at astrology. Like I am just a tarot reader. And astrology is one of my passion, but then well, I feel enjoyment in learning astrology, but that is not actually my what you call it, like my strongest roots. But then, okay, so I'm not sure what I want to do, but of course I'm going to do a reading. Hi Putri, hi Rara. Rara just had a session with me. Hi Kintan, apa kabar? Baik, alhamdulillah. Look at me, I look fab, right? I feel very good. I feel very good, guys. Thank you so much. I've been improving like so much. I want to cry from the last time. I'm improving from my health condition. As some of you might know, or some of you don't, that I actually had hyperthyroidism for so many years. Thank you, Putri. You're gorgeous too. But yeah, I look gorgeous, I know. Well, anyway, sorry. Yeah, I have hyperthyroidism, and it's flaring up at the beginning of this year because of the stress, because of the economical condition, financial condition, and also because of like my father had a COVID-19 back then, but he's now great also. And yeah, I improve a lot from that. I gained so much weight. Hi Beta Pixel. And then yes, I improve a lot. I can work out again. I can dance again. Like I'm so glad that I can dance again. And yes, and then I look fab. I feel fab. Why do I keep saying I look fab? Like all of you guys are looking fab also if you are being grateful from your health. And anyway, so darling, what kind of, please, if you guys are watching this, give me an idea of what kind of topic that I should talk about and what kind of template that I have to do. I mean, okay, some of the cards like to talk. Like, do I have to do three pile of cards, like pick a cards, or zodiac, just like usual, or maybe, okay, now I have an idea. I have an idea now. What about colors? What about colors? Let me start with some of the colors, and then you can choose which colors that you like, and then I'm going to explain to you each of the colors, but I'm just going to like simplify the colors. I'm not going to be like very crazy with like all the HD colors, like 10,000 types of colors, like cranberry mocha and raspberry, and like, oh, this like that very turquoise and teal, and like, no, not going to be that detailed, but maybe like or yellow, not orange. Oh, thank you, good idea. And then we have green, and then we have purple, and obviously my forever color. Oh, this is more to like orange. My forever in love color, rojo. And then, what else, darling? Give me an idea. Orange, yes. And then we have, what else? Mejiku hibiniu. Merah, jingga, kuning, hijau, biru. Oh, blue. I haven't put blue. Azul. Azul. ¿Dónde está mi azul? ¿Y dónde está mi gente? Azul, are you with me? Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, yes, I am. This is not actually the blue that I wanted. I wanted to be more like obvious blue. But well, anyway, let's just pick this blue. Hibiniu nila ungu. Well, anyway, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me 7. Now I'm going to add pink, I guess, instead of that. Oh, lovely. Asek, Titi, you know that song, right? Okay. My lovely Magicas, my lovely magical friends out there. Okay, now we have. Okay, oh, wait, let me start with Mejiku Hibiniu, right? Okay, start with red, merah, or rojo en español. Okay, meditate if you guys pick red. And then we have Jinga, we have the orange. Okay, which orange team? Meditate with me. And then we have Kuning, we have yellow. Ooh, nice banana color. Mejiku Hi, we have green, verde, la verde, like my eyes. My eyes is actually greenish contacts. It's contacts, guys. Like some of you guys think that it's my original color. Like my profesora de español think that this is actually my original color. I was like, no, oh, thank you. This is just contacts. And she thinks my color is blue. Speaking of blue, it's our next color. Azul. Biru. And then we're going to the next color. We have the purple. The gay color. Yes, purple. And then the last one, I'm picking pink. Pretty in pink. Oh, thank you, Rara. Pink. Okay. So, I'd like to say, just like Cindy, my lovely tarot reader friend, she likes to call the audience, my lovely amor. And Cindy, please, por favor, let me borrow that for for once. Like, my lovely amor, let's start with the color red. What kind of advice for you guys? Oh, my Santa Muerte cuaderno just fall. Okay. Okay. I think I'm not just going to do one reading for each color because I feel fabulous today. I wanna give more to you people. I wanna do the charity. Okay, rojo. Let me give you 2 general advices. Okay, rojo general advices for you people. Okay. Oh. Red, Putri, okay. This is quite serious. I didn't expect this. The Magician, but this one is inverted. Okay, El Mago, invertido. Well, darling, Magician talking about emerging talent, talking about new skills, talking about anything related about your, I like to say tentacles. It's kind of translated into talents. Well, but this one is inverted. Well, darling, I think you need to pay attention on learning new skills. I think it's very important for you to try to embrace the what do you call it? Be courageous about new skills, about new learnings. I think you need to add more on that. Or if you are already in learning about new thing, I think it's very important for you to be more focused on that. Well, I choose red, so I think this is talking about my Spanish lesson. So I think I have to be more focused on that. And I think if I want, or if you guys want to add more skills, more knowledge about that, I think it's going to be a very great idea. Oh, what kind of things that I should learn then? Other than Spanish, maybe I should learn to do about, okay, doing the accessories. Yes, I know. Okay, the next card we have Inverted Chariot. My love, to be in control is very challenging. Say it to myself. It's very challenging, especially when you are in need of new skills. It means that you have to control yourself, control your mind really well. I mean, I think this card talking about more to discipline, more to like the consistent being committed to your thing, your new skill when you need to learn about it. So, Team Red, Putri, me, and other people out there who choose Red, I think it's good for us to learn new things and then be committed about it. Okay, noted. This is actually what I need right now. But then, that's the general reading. So we're going to do I know your favorite is love advices or romantic advices, whether you're single or you're in a relationship or you're in a complicated relationship or in oh, look at that. One more time. Now, why it's very serious. Oh my god, Team Red. Knight of Wands. We're talking about exodus. We're talking about moving on to the next stage of life, to the most wonderful, not the most wonderful, well, to the better stage of life. This is talking about exodus. This is talking about hijrah in Arabic. Well, this is very wide in terms of meanings. You can talk about the hijrah of the spirituality, or you can talk about moving on to the next stage. If you are in relationship with someone, whether it's not like committed one, and if you think that you want to committed stage relationship, the second card kind of giving you warning. Okay, you want to go to the next level. You want to hijrah. You want to improve that. But if it's not prepared enough, and if you are not preparing your heart to accept all the risk and all the any kind of thing that is not going well, then it's going to be disastrous. So it means that you need to prepare well and also prepare for the worst. Try to be very creative about the risk. Try to be very, I can say, try to watch something that is out of the box and try to be inspired by the crazy story that it might happen to your relationship. I know maybe it's like very scary to imagine, but the more you can imagine about the worst, the more you can actually prepare and prevent it. But my point here is the advice is please do not drag your energy towards that. Even though that you have to prepare for the worst, that doesn't mean that you have to attract that. That doesn't mean that that is your goal. No. It's more to like being very realistic to the situation and to the unexpected. But I think that cards still kind of encourage you to moving on to the next stage. Oh my god, I think I know some of the people who choose this. What kind of story that kind of related to the advice? Well, okay. Well, yes. Be positive, but at the same time, you have to be really cautious. and be creative about the risk. I'm feeling I'm feeling the Capricorn energy or like Leo energy on the red section here. But yeah, so good luck for us because I choose red too. Okay, up next, let me drink my wine. Not wine, definitely. Let me lubricate mi garganta. Así que vamos, continuamos a siguiente color. Tenemos anaranjado, naranja. We have the orange. So, orange team, where are you guys? We have the orange here. Let's start with the advice for you guys. The advice en general para ustedes. Team Orange. Oh. Yeah, okay. You know, when I shuffle the card for Team Orange, I feel like vibrate here, sort of vibration, like, okay, what's going on? Like, it's a lot of energy going on, I guess. I guess too. I guess, yes, that's true, because we have Three of Cups here. Ooh, talking about celebration, darling. If you guys are in a condition where you are celebrating your life right now, you should really celebrate that congratulations for you guys. Or if you feel like your life is like okay, this is just sort of normal, and normal is also a thing that you need to celebrate. So celebrate anything that you have. Celebrate Pride Month if you are celebrating it. But yeah, this advises you to live life to the fullest, but please do not be hasty. Whatever your life is going on right now, no matter how wonderful it is, no matter how, I can say, so many energy going on right now, maybe like a lot of euphoria, but keep that in mind, darling, that it doesn't mean that you need to be hasty. Yeah, you know, because there are so many energy that is going on, the euphoric things, it kind of like triggering you to be more impulsive, but please keep that in mind. It's dangerous, so try to use that energy somewhere else, I guess. Well, or you know, generally I can give you advice that please do not be over euphoric about your situation right now, even though that you need to celebrate it, but with cautious, because our freedom is limited by other people's freedom, right? So, Team Orange, next. We're moving on to the romantic advices for you guys. Okay. Oh, Team Orange, you are full of positivity, I guess. We have Two of Wands here, okay. I like to relate this card with handling multiple situations at the same time. So it's like Two of Pentacles, but it's more to like, you know, you're enjoying both things together right now. It's not only like handling it consciously, but like subconsciously, you're handling it with your passion, which is wonderful. Okay, I think I can say this in two different kind of perspective. If you guys are single, for example, you are in a situation where there are more than one person in your single life. Yay! Celebrate that. It's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing to be single. But if you are in a open relationship, maybe it's just like a normal open relationship. But if you are in a committed relationship, be careful, because okay, you might enjoying two things at the same time, but you know, it's not that easy to balance things out. Even though this card is not inverted, but I think it's kind of giving you advice that if you are enjoying a lot of things right now, okay, sorry, let me repeat it again. This card is also talking about that if you are in a situation where you're enjoying your work life and also your romantic life, that is also possible. That is also possible. But this can be person, this can be situation, this can be aspects. But the next card is saying the same thing about it, whether it's enjoying person, situation, or anything. Balance things out is still very, 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 very important. And when I learned about the spirituality from the Javanese, from the I think it's kind of Kejawen background, that is wonderful insights for me. Like it's talking about the sedulur papat limo pancar. It's called, that's the philosophy of like balancing four points in life. Like you have like four different colors: red, white, black, and also yellow. Speaking of colors today, and you have to balance things out. Like you cannot overly enjoying too much about the beauty, but you are not balancing it out without the truth or the kindness, and you cannot balance sadness with too much sadness with like happiness also, sort of things. Yeah, I think you can actually learn that from the internet, and I can recommend you with a book called Anatomi Rasa. It's in Indonesian. It's written by Ayu Utami. I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful book. Sedulur papat limo pancar. That's the name of the philosophy. I think that's what you, Team Orange, need to embrace right now. So, yes. Hi, Fanny. Whoa, I have a high pitch. Okay, I miss you so much. Miss you so much too. All right, now we're moving on to the team yellow. Amarillo. Amarillo team. What is the advices for you guys? Consejos para ustedes. Okay. Sometimes I enjoy too much shuffling the card. And if you translate it into Indonesian, it's kind of very related to my thing, Kadang aku terlalu enjoy ngocok kartunya. Okay. Team Orange. We have King of Wands here. Hi, Dios mío. King of Wands related a lot with the fatherhood, or I can say the father energy, or like the nurturing energy of the masculine side. Well, if you are women, I think that this card kind of giving you perspective of try to have this kind of energy, try to be wise like a wise father. I think that's the advice, one of the advice here. And also try to embrace the nurturing masculine side of you, because I think the next card is kind of giving perspective that is quite a warning. Well, you need to be wise like a father, because not everything is suit with your expectation. That is actually the statement. But that doesn't mean that is the thing that you need to attract. But I think the advice is quite clear. We cannot expect everything to be perfect. And I always imagine that, when you're crying about something that you cannot get, and then a wise father come to you and then be like, please, darling, you have to understand that this also a learning for you. The universe is not all the time being, spoiling you around, but also at sometimes it's giving us wisdom for us to learn, and how to appreciate things, and how to trust more to our maker to give us something else. I mean, like, when we ask about a bike, the maker might giving you Harley Davidson Harley, And I am not going to deny that I'm going to be very happy if that happened. So, yes, that's the general advice. Moving on to the romantic advice for the team yellow. Team yellow, mana suaranya? ¿Dónde están tus voces? Okay. Okay. My nose is melting. Okay. We have 5 of Wands here, inverted. Okay. Woo! This is wonderful because I'd like to say this with peace. Maybe you already been, in a catastrophic fight with your loved one, or catastrophic fight with yourself, with your insides, with yourself. Well, thankfully, maybe like it's been done. It's been in your past. It's no longer here. If you resonate with that one, this card advises you to embrace and to be very grateful and breathe out, honey, from those catastrophic relationship or fight or anything. You should be really grateful that the storm is past. But then, oh, this is not but then actually, this is more to like adding up the advice. So I guess the 8 of Swords inverted here, kind of giving you encouragement to not to be very afraid of that anymore. Please, now it's time for you to breathe out. So I know that some of you guys might be thinking like, what if that happened again? What if that comes back again? What if that I am going to be in that kind of situation? Don't attract that by enjoy your life, by breathe out, by embrace the peace that you have right now. I mean, like, that's kind of the problem that we are facing. I am also facing it too. Sometimes that we are too afraid of being happy, but we keep on praying that every day. Like, how the hell the universe is going to understand that, honey? If you are asking for that, if you are praying for that, then be consistent. If you want diamond, act like a queen with a crown full of diamond. Try not to be trashy then. Yes, that's the advice, the romantic advice from the team yellow. Now we're moving on to the team green, the team verde. Okay, now team green. Why do I feel Aries energy from the green today? Okay, green advice. Oh. Hello, Team Green. Hi, Ruthie. Team Green. Okay, Beta Pixel. Beta, you're on the Team Green now. Okay, the advice for you. We have the Hermit here. I can say this like enjoy the solitude, enjoy the silence. Also kind of relate to that. Well, if you are now finally in your space, finally in a situation where you can embrace your own energy, you can finally do whatever you want to do. For example, you can finally have your own space. You can finally have your own office, your own business, or your own time. Embrace that, enjoy that, and I want to congratulate you. Oh my god, the next card is like, duh. Then celebrate it, honey. Then just celebrate it. Okay, a lot of celebration cards today. Oh, thank you so much, darling, for coming today. You appear so many times. I think that kind of giving us a motivation to celebrate whatever we want to celebrate right now. And enjoy the silence, enjoy the solitude, enjoy your me time, enjoy that, whatever that you can do right now. You should really need to celebrate that and do not think too much about other things. Embrace that moment, honey. Now, that's pretty clear, pretty obvious, the advice. I cannot explain more about it. And then now we're moving on to the romantic advice for the team green. Oh my god, I love the energy. I love the energy tonight. Yes. Team Verde. Oh. Oh, okay. Now, Team Green, when it comes to romance, it's an interesting advice for you. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which talking about the family consultation. Yes, that's the word. When we are talking about the family consultation, the family thing here, it doesn't always necessarily talking about your blood relation. Your best friend is your family, right? I think I said that so many times. But, you know, honey, when this card appears and this card also appears, the advice is when it comes to relationship wise, your romantic aspect now, try not to consult too much on your family or your relative, because it might gives you more sorrow than you think. Maybe like too many opinions, too many people who doesn't really understand the whole story about you, for example. Even though they are your family, they supposed to know who you really are, but that's not the fact. We all know that it's not the fact. So it means like try to not to dwell in the situation where you are being judged too much by your family. So I guess it's very important for you to keep it to yourself. When it comes to relationship, excusez-moi, try to enjoy to yourself. And it's kind of related to the previous advice, which talking about the hermit. So I guess whatever that you can experience, the happiness that you can embrace right now, try to embrace it to yourself, and maybe like as close circle as possible, instead of like sharing it too much to with other people. Oh yeah, I kind of remind me with one of my client story, which talking about someone that she encountered, and this person is wonderful, but then she is very afraid that people will judge this person just because this person is short. Well, short people have heart, honey. Maybe like they have like high dreams. Hopefully not high standards, but yes, I mean like try to enjoy it to yourself. Something is better not being shared, honey. Sometimes it's not need to be shared. So, yeah, I need to lubricate again my throat. Team Azul. Azul, are you with me? Team Blue out there. Okay, Team Blue, let's start with your advice here. General advice. Oh, okay. I feel like the Taurus energy here on the Team Blue. Okay. Okay, you want to talk? Team Blue, General. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, next card we have the Six of Cups here. Team Blue, my love. This is related a lot about nostalgia or memory, or like you might be kind of like missing the memory or like being nostalgic about something. You know, it's not always bad. You know, some people like, come on, try to live in the moment or try to be more visionary. But I think it's not bad because from your past, from the memories that you have, you can actually learn a lot from that, right? Oops, excuse me. And you know, it's not always bad to remember about things, whether it's wonderful or it's painful, because sometimes, for example, like this, when you remember about something that is traumatic, when you are 1 year ago, for example, if you are 17 years old and you try to remember the trauma event when you are 10, maybe like it's very painful and you might cry again when you are 17. But imagine if you are remembering it on the age of 30, for example, where you already learn a lot about things in life, when you already can take a lot of notes about how to grow from that. And maybe it's not as painful as when you were 17 years old. And I think it's wonderful for you to go back now and try to learn, I think I like to say that, with touch up things that you already been um, fixing, for example, because you have more skills right now, right? And the next card we have the Page of Cups. So it's very spiritual. It's about learning the spirituality. So I think generally nostalgia can actually makes you learn about your spiritual side, yourself, your spirituality, your psychological things. I think it's wonderful for you, and this is also giving you advice to learn from your childhood also. I think if you are invited, and or you can also just join a, what do you call it, like the child, past child, or like, what do you call it, like, yeah, inner child meditation. I think it's wonderful for you to join that meditation class. It's wonderful. I joined that once and it was like crazily wonderful. I can say it's more than wonderful, it's kind of scary. I met my childhood. I've met my child me, my inner child. I was 6 years old, wearing an orange clothes, orange t-shirt, and it's very detailed with like a lot of like stained thing about it. Well, yeah, it's not really important, but like I've met him back then and he doesn't want to talk. Anyway, I should really try that again to make him talk. Okay, so now we have purple, Violeta, Team Violet. Okay, where are you guys? The most of people who pick purple, mostly they're sexy. I don't know why. Because purple relate a lot with sexual things, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so Team Purple, what's the advices for you guys? Okay. Now my love. Okay. Hi. We have the 10 of Wands here. This is talking about burden. Okay, do not be afraid about this. Everyone has burden, right? Well, I think the advice, I'm going to moving on to the next card now because you need to understand the context. And this one is the World inverted. The World talking about the end of the journey, the end of the cycle, but this one is inverted. I guess the advice is here. Darling, try to maintain the burden that you have. I think you need to release it sometimes. Give yourself a break. Do not bring all the burdens all the way on your journey, because you're not going to be able to continue, because you cannot bear it, honey, because the journey is still long. The path is still long. So whatever you have right now, whether it's burden of the financial things or the family things, break. If you need a break, try to breathe out. Try to relax. Do not force yourself to keep on going, because the journey is longer than you think, maybe. So I think, there is something that I've learned, that some people are very stressed out, not because of the burden they have. It's not about the quantity of the burden, but it's more to like you don't give it a rest. For example, if you are holding this water, it's not really heavy, but you hold it for like 24 hours, you're going to have problems with your muscles, right? So yeah, that's like the thing. So try to break from your stress for a while. Giving it a rest doesn't mean you're quitting, darling. Keep that in mind. You're giving it a rest. So next, oh, the romantic advice for Team Purple. Okay. Now, honey, Team Purple, do not be afraid. We're going to make it as positive as possible. We have the Wheel of Fortune inverted. And then we have the High Priestess inverted. The previous advice is giving you perspective about that you might have a burden, or if you have a burden that you need to release it for once in a while. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess inverted. If unfortunate things happen to us, which is very normal, if it happened to you, please keep that in mind, that you cannot lose your wisdom. You cannot lose yourself. You need to embrace your feminine side, your divine feminine. Because when shit happened to you, well, I actually hate to say this because it's as if like I'm a very wise person. I know I'm not a wise person, but this is what I've learned. Well, if shit happened to you, that shit is actually a learning book for us. So yeah, that is actually a learning for us, like it or not. But when we cannot remember about it, it's going to be very catastrophic because we just get the shit but not the learning. So you're going to lose the lesson, you're going to lose the diamond behind it. So Team Purple, try to be as positive. No, I hate to say positive. Try to be very spiritual. If shit happened to you, try to seek the essence of why it happened to you. Whether it's difficult, you can do it. Try to be patient for a while and try to learn why it happened to you. It's not very instant, but yeah, let the time learn together with you. Okay, that's the Team Purple. Now we're moving on to the last color. We have the pink color. What's the advice for Team Pink? My pink team out there. Where are you? What's the general advice for Team Pink? Okay. How am I? How am I going to explain this to you? The card looks very, very horror. I can say, well, let's be positive together with me, Team Pink. Aurora, you're Team Pink. Okay, the first we have the Tower. Okay, some people say chaos when this card appear, and some say this is very negative. Again, I say catastrophe so many times in this live session, but yeah, the Tower kind of relate to disaster of catastrophe. But then the thing behind the Tower, behind the catastrophe, is like the sudden change, the drastic change. Well, if we want to relate that about the change, about wonderful thing, let's be positive about it. If you are experiencing a very drastic change right now, for example, try to make that as an instant butterfly metamorphosis. So try not to relate that as like, oh my god, now the thunder striking me and now I am just a piece of shit, try to make it as, no, this is your cocoon, honey, but you know, the cocoon is not always has the same shape as you think. So try to make that as your metamorphosis. But then this card is very, very specific about financial things, about the career thing, or you know, the very materialistic related thing. If you are in a drastic change situation, in a very, I can say, like catastrophic situation, please keep that in mind, that you cannot be stingy. Gak boleh pelit. Jadi harus berbagi. So you need to share your things that you are want to share with other people. Try to share it. Try to, I can say, giving points to the universe. Like, please, universe, I give this, so I hope that you can make the situations better. You can actually do that. You can actually pray while you are giving to other people. So, darling Team Pink, if you have a drastic change, try not to be stingy. Try to be charitable also. And let's moving on to the advice for romance for Team Pink. Okay. Now it's a different story. Team Pink, we have this Eight of Wands card, which is talking about the positivity, about the expectation, about the good news, and oh yeah, it's good for you. You don't have catastrophe, darling. But yes, just take the advice if it resonates with you. Okay, sorry. The advice for Team Pink, we have the Eight of Wands here, which is talking about the positivity, about the rainbow after the rain, I can say. Well, I think this card advises you to keep on having that positive intention within you, about the optimism within you, because, oh darling, I love this advice, because the optimism will prevent you from enemies, will prevent you from bad energy, will prevent you from low vibration son of bitches, I can say. I love to say that. Well, yes, because I believe this too. Some of the people told me, and I experienced it myself also, positivity is a very great protection. Optimism is a very great protection. And you can find your own way to higher your vibration, whether you can pray, you can meditate, you can be around with positive people, or also like giving inspiration to other people. That's also kind of giving you more purpose, so you feel a lot more positive. So when it comes to relationship, this is also talking about, if you are positive thinking about your lovers might be more in love with you, trust you more, so you don't need to be afraid of the third parties. Or, you know, if you're single, that, I guess if you're single, if you are more optimistic, you can actually attract higher vibration people. You can attract more of wonderful people. So good luck with you, Team Pink. And oh, those are all of the colors that we have right now. I already gave you a lot of advices about the general and also the romantic advices. So I think that's all from me. Well, I'm going to record this video, and if you are watching this after I'm doing this live, you can always take the advice if it resonates with you, because I always believe that the energy is not related with the time and space. So I guess that might be you when you're watching this, about the other colors that sending me the vibes, because the time is kind of mystery. Maybe it's parallel. I don't know. Who knows, darling? So, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any question, maybe no, I don't think so because they only like few people's watching this. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope it's useful. And please be healthy. Please be kind to other human. Ciao, amor.